Please help him give him a huge welcome here to the stage to Ken with Kenji.
We're finishing up a burst week with Innovate Map, and there's some really great results we're really proud to show off tonight. So my name is Ken Minturn. I'm the founder and CEO of Kenji. I am also a semi-recovering attorney. I'm not fully recovering like Matt yet, but and a small business owner. And between my two roles, I have noticed a big problem, and that's basically legal is broken. If you've ever tried to hire an attorney, it can work, but it's a tough process. So what do we really mean by that? Well, as an entrepreneur or small business owner, you started your business, you run your business to follow your passion. You don't want to deal with legal all the time. You don't even know what legal you should be dealing with all the time. And 80% of consumers with legal needs don't actually engage an attorney to solve their legal problems. Usually it's because of questions about cost, or what they should be doing, or most frequently where they even start. On the attorney side, you went to law school because you want to practice law. You have a passion for law and you want to help people. Managing the practice, running the practice is not really your passion. It's frustrating. Over 70% of attorneys say that their number one goal is finding clients, but it's not just finding clients, it's finding the right clients. Clients that are looking for the expertise I can provide. I don't want to sit through 10 consultations to find that one client that might be the person I can actually help. And 50% of my time as a solo practitioner is spent on non-legal tasks that don't necessarily pay the bills, but also that I'm not really passionate about: finding clients, sending out bills, collecting bills. There are solutions out there that help you run an entirely virtual law practice right now, but they're very pick and choose. You have to pull lots of different pieces together to make it work. It's not an all-encompassing solution. And consumers are already looking online to solve every problem, but especially their legal problems. Now, they always start at Google nowadays, and they typically find LegalZoom or another online solution, but if you've used LegalZoom, the most frequent result is it didn't work. Most solutions out there don't work at all. But people are looking for that better legal solution. So what we did at Kenji is we reimagined the entire experience from the ground up with a lot of help from Innovate Map recently. And Kenji is basically, we are the legal hub that helps you guide, connect, and facilitate through those legal relationships, both for the small business, figuring out what they need, and for the attorney, and engaging and finding those right clients. We let you get back to what you're passionate about, if that's running your business or practicing law. So what does that mean? We guide. We help the clients figure out what they need, when they need it, why they need it. We also help you get a better feel for the price that a project will cost, so you can make sure it fits your budget, and the deliverables you will get. And that's not just the document or form you get, but the value to your business. As an attorney, I tend to be very bad at explaining that to you. We can spend a lot of time and thought and get that across to you. And then as your business grows and you go on to conquer the world, we help you navigate that legal path and know where you should be spending money and spending time. When you're moving forward and you need to find that professional to solve a problem, we help you connect to the right professional by finding them, by comparing vetted attorneys. And for the attorneys, we help them find clients that are looking for services now with the expertise that attorney provides. When either party finds that right connection, we facilitate the whole engagement. For clients, we help you to escrow payments so you feel comfortable that your problem will be solved in an efficient manner. We help you securely communicate and collaborate with the attorney. We also help the attorneys securely communicate and collaborate with their clients. But more importantly for the attorneys, we help you market and manage your practice in a seamless way, as well as receive the payments you're expecting to receive in full. It's a huge problem for attorneys, and that's a huge value that we've found we provide. We've put together a team that covers all the bases of a startup that we need to cover. So we've got legal, business experience, marketing experience, and technical experience. We're currently raising $1 million seed round to fuel the next 18 months of development and growth. And we've already put in a lot of sweat equity, a lot of time and our own money to build our MVP, validate the market, validate that what we're doing is worth solving. And we just finished up are finishing up our burst week with Innovate Map, which helped us reimagine the entire experience. Our seed round, which is already a quarter committed, will help us to onboard more full-time hires, especially in the engineering department, as well as build out this reimagined experience so everyone can solve their problems. So whether you're an entrepreneur, attorney, or an investor, if you'd like to learn more about how we've reimagined the legal experience, we'd love to talk.
Great job, Ken. All right, Sharks, remember to speak directly into the mic. Amy, you get to kick us off this time.
I think the mic's on this time. So Ken, great job. Your passion for what you're doing clearly came through, and I love that. That, I think, is what makes entrepreneurs special. And one of the hardest lessons I know that I've had to learn when I'm pitching is investors don't really care about all of this unless you can tell them how they're going to make money and how much money they're going to make. And if you can't tell them that in the first 30 seconds, their minds are gone. So it doesn't matter how wonderful and passionate your product is, and clearly that comes through by listening to you, but you never once mentioned how much you're charging and when you're going to make the money and how you're going to scale it. And so that would be my suggestion to you, is that in the first 30 seconds, you give them we are here to help attorneys find clients and clients to find the right attorneys. We charge them this by doing this. And one of the other most critical pieces of advice that I might have heard from someone was, don't make me do the math or make me wait to do the math. And I was waiting for the math.
Do you have any numbers that you could share, Ken?
Yeah, so the market size that we're looking at is a $60 billion market of the entire $275 billion legal services market. And as we've alluded to earlier, there's a lot of that's not actually, there's an additional latent space that isn't even being purchased yet. Our specific model right now, and we're looking into other models, but our current base model is that we're a marketplace model where we charge a 15% service fee on every dollar that flows through the system.
Good answer. Sean?
So it sounds like you're focused on more the entrepreneur. Do you see the opportunity to expand into the B2C space or upstream to mid-market? How do you see the company itself growing over time, and what other markets it can serve from a business size perspective?
Yeah, that's a great question, and it hits on, we're actually, as with many service providers, from attorneys to CPAs to everything, we're already inundated as entrepreneurs with their offers. We are targeting them because we're entrepreneurs and startups ourselves, and we know lots of them. But our real sweet spot and where we're really focusing is on the small business that's on Main Street, that doesn't get the love of at the Speakeasy or the Hatch or a co-working space, and also isn't able to find those solutions that are tailored to their needs. And that space is much bigger than the startup space, and generally has more revenue.
Good question. Kelly, bring us home.
Okay, so where's your revenue now? What's the growth look like? Where do you see yourself monetizing? Because these are obviously more or less one-off deals, right? So it's not a consistent recurring revenue as it relates to that.
Right.
I'll stop there for now.
Sure. So our current revenue, we're working with our beta customers. We've already generated over $20,000 of gross services, so total legal projects, which generates then 15% to us in our pocket. And we're also working on, because of the nature of marketplaces where it's very one-off transactional, which doesn't always scale perfectly or well, we're working on figuring out how we can add even more value on an ongoing basis, where we could add in SaaS type pricing on a monthly subscription model to both sides. Because if we do this right, we could build, in effect, what we've termed sort of a practice management type suite for attorneys that provides more value than just a transaction. And for clients, all the resources that they need to solve their problems, but also know when they should be solving them, how they should solve them, if they have a problem or not.
It's an interesting product, interesting marketplace. I'm going to be curious to see how the next 6 months go, and we're all going to be watching, and we're here to help too. So, Ken, thanks so much for pitching Kenji, and let's give it up one more time.
Thank you.
Want more secrets from inside the minds of entrepreneurs and innovators around the world? Subscribe to our YouTube channel here and click the link below. We'll send you our best interviews and strategies for growing your business.